I am live. Sorry about the delay. The missus and I got in a deep conversation, deep thoughts. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap. So, good morning. Thanks for joining in. Michael, good morning. Hope you're doing well. So I had to stay to work until 3 a.m. this morning. But it was good money, time and a half, so no problem. But what happened is uh, yesterday, Wednesday, uh, at the end of my shift, the guy who comes that relieves me was saying, "Hey, what do you do for soreness?" I said, "Well, really sore, maybe some Motrin, but then I, eat more food and try to walk it out." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Well, I'm really sore," because he decided to do, get on a machine and do, weighted calf raises. I said, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, I started with 185 pounds and I did a set of 50, you know, reps, and then I added weight and I did 25 reps and I added weight and I did 20 reps and I said, wow." I said, "Well, I never heard this guy talk about working out before." So I said, "Well, when's the last time you did a workout like that?" "Oh, when I was in high school." So, okay, you're going to be in pain. So I guess he went home that night because he literally couldn't walk to load up loads and walk back to the area. He was in a lot of pain. And then he took last night off too because he was still in pain. Well, folks, that's why I say slow and steady wins the race. All right. If you haven't been in the gym in months, years, and you go in and you do 10 reps and 20 or 10 sets and 20 reps of every exercise in that, you're going to be in a lot of pain. There is just no way around it. So when you do go back, you need to start slowly, and then go from there. So, forgot to turn the coffee off. So I got my water. Everybody, thanks for joining in. Please hit the thumbs up. And let's cook for breakfast. So, the perfect example of what not to do when you start working out is you don't overdo it. Because if you overdo it, it's going to put you in a lot of pain. You're not going to be able to go to the gym for a week. Your body's going to remember that pain. And it's going to be hard to stay motivated to get back into it. I mean, seriously, who wants to do that after you just, you were in pain? I mean, it's going to be, well, he doesn't work today, because today is his Saturday. But to get yourself to a point where you could not even move is a little bit. Let's bake it. Bring that out and get it start thawing. And we probably all have done it at one time or another. I know I have. Where, I was all excited about getting into shape and overdid it in the gym. And the next 3 or 4 days, I'm like, "Mama, help me." But I learned from it. And then here, this young man knows that I kind of do this for a living, and he kind of must have. "Hey, Arctic Fitness, how we doing? Good morning. It's your bench day. We're doing lots of reps." Yes, but you are working out all the time. So you can do that. Probably 230 for 5. And a force rep in there. Also my Father got 305 on the bench. Well, congratulations. Tell Dad to keep going. 305. That's getting some weight now. And, knocking out 230 for reps, that's great too. So that's why I like to hear. All right, but Art Fitness, you put in the time all the time. I'm always watching your videos. I see your dad there helping with you in that. That's a great activity to do with each other. And keep driving on. So today, we'll probably do a little simpler breakfast. One of these days, I'm going to get kind of really motivated, and I'm going to try to make those tortillas again. And hopefully I'll be a little more successful this time around. So we'll do bacon, and then we'll do taters. And then with the taters, we're going to add bell pepper I picked this morning and 2 jalapenos. Jalapenos. Oops. That's why I wash them off. Jalapenos. La, 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 la. And then I do have a lot of lettuce I need to pick. I'll probably have that later for lunch. So because of having to work late, probably won't make the gym today, but what I will do instead is do some throwing, because I think the ground's drying up enough for me to do that. Gotta fry those taters in the bacon grease, you know it. That is the best, absolutely. So, let's start with the bacon. Bacon. The old sound of bacon hitting the frying pan. I got some more bacon thawing out. So you get it at Hy-Vee. Apparently these are in Bloomington or Peru, how much we're closer to. One in Bloomington has more flavors. That's where that one came from. Well, I got the bacon cooking. I'm gonna grab me a couple taters. I don't think that one's making it. A while ago, I bought some. That one don't look too well either. So I've got 4 taters, 2 red, 2 gold. And with all the veggies and the taters, and the eggs and the bacon, I'm really making myself what I call a balanced meal. Don't forget my buddy at Cutco.com, Lucky O'Day. It's a nice product that I like. Somebody's trying to escape. I'm trying to escape. What I do is I keep up potatoes. Once the bacon is done, these will go in first because they take the longest to cook. Now the smaller the cubes, the faster they'll cook. Hey, Ray, how we doing? Underdog is here to save the day. There we go. There's someone who figured that one out. is arm day for me. Cool. Yeah, I've got to do the discus throwing. I signed up for the event in Illinois in September where I'm doing discus and shot put. So I need to get a shot put to practice with. I mean, I know I can just go in there and heft one 33, 34 feet easily. But to get truly better at it, I need to practice. So the next National Olympics is not until 2023, but it's in Des Moines, Iowa, where I was at for the Iowa Senior Games in June. So I definitely plan on doing that one. How heavy are the shot puts? So in my age group, I believe it's 8 pounds. All right. Under 60 years old, I think they throw a 12 pound. But in the 60 and above, we throw an 8 pound. So, and then what I like to do is I probably will see if I can get an 8 and a 12 to practice with. I used to have them. And I'll check my son's room one more time, but I think I gave them to the high school that I coached. Once my son graduated, I kept the discus, but I think I gave him the shot puts because we used to work on both here at home. So either I break down and buy one where the shipping's killer, or try to see if there's a supplier local. Who knows? Junkyard might have one. So you might have turned it in for scrap iron. So then I would like to get an 8, probably a 12, just to build up my strength. All right. Well, there's the taters. They are ready. Ready, Freddy. Right. So the 12 will be just to build the strength. And then when you go to competition, you throw the 8. Well, as I get new exercise, then I add it. So I only did 3 sets because I can feel it. It's like, yeah, you did something different. Now some different muscles are gonna come into play. They can talk with you. So if my coworker is joining the chat, it might be beneficial if he does. The chances now of him getting back in the gym have diminished because, he's in so much pain right now, and now he's going to have to get past that. It's going to take days. I mean, he missed a day and a half of work because of that. Now, I don't think I would have missed work. I just would have grinned and bared it. But, oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, and then one of the other guys goes, hey, you should do the hammer and the javelin too. I said, well, I only got so much time in the day. So I worked on discus until I got where I felt my throw was consistent. Thanks everybody for joining in. If the YouTube algorithm is correct, and I'll have 6 people in chat, but you never know if that number even is accurate or not. But if you get in the comments, I know you're there, and if you hit the thumbs up, then I know you're there. So I'm only showing 1 thumbs up, but I'm talking to 3 people. I don't know. There we go. Now I got 2. Need 1 more. Come on, if you're in, give me a thumbs up. Make me feel better. There we go. All righty. Absolutely. Yep. Help your stamina. It builds muscle. It builds strong bones. It builds strong ligaments and tendons. It builds a stronger circulatory system. It's all good stuff. Somebody got a ladder. Someone got a ladder. I wonder who it's from.
Actually, it's a bill.
A bill? Is it a bill on Capitol Hill?
No.
No, I don't like that bill then. So, got the bacon cooking? Bacon. Got the potatoes cut up. I got the fresh bell pepper. 2 jalapenos.
Is there anything at the top?
Hang on a second. Wow, what did you crawl underneath?
A tree?
Yeah, he got a bunch of. Oh, okay, that's not the top. Hang on.
Okay.
I don't see anything on top.
All right, there's something that's itchy back there.
Yeah, I know. So today, basically now anytime we come out from outside, we do a tick check. So I went out to the garden, which I uploaded that video not that long ago, because I can do that now because I have an internet. And then I'll sit down, and so like, there was a tick crawling on me. Just going to the garden, picking peppers. She's not. And so, especially if you're outside underneath trees or walking through weeds, you need to check yourself. Because ticks, if they get into you, they bring all sorts of bad stuff. They can. Not that they will, but they can. My buddy ended up getting that Lyme disease. And it really messed him up. He had to take antibiotics for like a month. Also, when I was visiting with Jason, the angry prepper, and also the angry truth, he said he got that, but he didn't take the antibiotics. He just waited it out, and it took him about a month to get over. So I know he's got a strong immune system. Michael was, honey, come on, Mrs. MacBean, show yourself. She said for $100 super chat, she will. I may have made that up. When I say may, I did. But, so yeah, a beautiful day, sunny day out there. It's starting to dry things up. The grass is growing now, so I got to do some mowing, groaning while I'm mowing. I do want to get out and toss the disc probably about a half hour after breakfast. I don't think so. I ain't even going to repeat that. That's funny. Yeah, hate ticks. One reason I don't like going off the road riding on my bike during these months. Yeah, so what you do is, well, wear a hat, and then if I'm going back in the woods, I will sit there and spray the hat, and I will spray the back of my neck and any of the bare skin area with mosquito repellent. Yeah, DEET's bad for you, but a tick biting is worse. And that keeps them off me. But going to the garden, and I'm not doing that. Mosquitoes tend to stay away from me. And they haven't really been bad this year, which is surprising. And they weren't bad last year either. So I don't know. Anytime that your environment significantly changes, you have to kind of wonder why. So today I'll be just throwing. If it doesn't get too hot, maybe I'll do a walk. Oh, only kidding about that. Thought I forgot, didn't you? Here's the $5. I'll take that shirt off. Oh my goodness. I let me suck my gut in. Oh, gotta suck the gut in. Okay, there it is. Show's over. And somebody on Instagram goes, can you tweak your pecs? I go, yeah, I think I can. You're like, awesome. So a lot of times I do live stream the Instagram at the same time. Too funny, right? And hopefully I'll be seeing you this winter. I don't know if it's going to be Thanksgiving or if it's going to be Christmas when we go to Arizona to see the grandkids. They haven't got back to us on when's the best time to do it. So we're kind of on hold. But I've got the time saved up for it. The thing of it is, if I didn't have to work for a living, we'd love to drive out there. Just because there's more options when you drive, you can bring more stuff than you can when you're on an aeroplane. When you're on an aeroplane, well, there's some things I can't bring with me. Or I can, but they're really a pain to do, to say the least. So, garden, I've got those carrots. I mean, they flowered up this high. And I'm thinking about where I'm going to dig one up and see how it is at come like late September. And the other ones, I think I'm just going to leave in the ground, knowing that they will come back up next winter. Or I think they will. So it's going to be kind of a test. I'm going to test it out. Now let me get my plate here. So I do now is I'll bring the bacon out here in a few minutes and lay them on the paper towel, let them kind of drain into the paper towel. Napkin here, same thing. And then I'll sit there and throw the potatoes in the bacon grease. And I think if I need more, hey, thanks for the fourth person for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Always pop in the chat and say hello. It's always a good thing. Right, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let's kind of help things out here. And if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, or just light chat, pop it in chat. I always like hearing from my subscribers. The reason I started doing the Senior Olympics is because of a subscriber. When I was having problems with the vertigo, it was a subscriber that told me about the Epley maneuver. So I appreciate that. I met two of my subscribers out in Philadelphia. So one I did the interview with because right away, and then there was another one from Wisconsin they were from Wisconsin, and then there was another one out there that followed me. So that was kind of cool. Then I met the event, and I'm recognizing. Of course, they all like the idea that I throw off the road. And there was another guy who does that too. Yeah, he just one threw off the road, and another one he said he just uses 2 sheets of plywood that he keeps in his vehicle. He just throw it out there and he throws off of that. Which I thought, wow, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I want to throw on plywood though. I think I'd be a little nervous. I'd sit there and fall down and get some slivers. But I will go to the high school every now and then and throw some on the regular pad. But today it'd be kind of nice to get some throws in just to get myself to loosen up a little bit. Because I am feeling a bit tight from being in the gym yesterday. But I didn't overdo it, so I'm not in pain. I've got that. I feel like I grew a little bit. All righty. So I put the bacon out here. And then cut that back down low. And let's put the potatoes in. I got the potatoes. So 2 little red ones, 2 little golden ones. Nutrition-wise, they're the same. Taste-wise, they're probably very similar. Then I put in the secret ingredients. Don't tell anybody. No guessing. Because you need some spice in your life. Something like that. Then we stir it all in. What you're doing, you're coating all sides of the vegetable with the bacon grease. Which is going to flavor it along with the salt and pepper. Oops, I gave it away. Oh no. So I use sea salt that I got from the seashore. Oh, Michael, thank you very much. Use towards your shot put spelling. Yeah, that's. I think that's how you spell it. Best of luck. Oh, Michael, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, Ray and Michael, thank you very much for the super chats. I do appreciate that. And Michael, you may have something coming here in a while. So I was just thinking about something the other day, and I want to add to something. Also, should I start playing an instrument? I don't know. I'm kind of toying with the idea of maybe start to play the guitar. Not very good at it. A friend in high school was going to teach me how to play it, and he gave up after about a half hour. But I just didn't have the dexterity in my fingers at the time. I do appreciate that. It is what I use it towards, so I will see about seeing if I can get it local. And when I mean local, if I have to drive like, an hour there, well, then I have to look at shipping. Because if I'm going to spend, $10 in gas versus maybe $8 in shipping, it might be just better to play it. You guessed. You don't already have one, do you? Because that's what I was going to send you. Well, let me know. If you already have one, then no need to do that. But yeah, I was thinking that's the one thing you don't have. Yeah, because you guessed, I got to sit there and clarify it now. Woohoo! I love the smell of fried potatoes. So a question to the audience: was Underdog on steroids? That's the question now. Remember he had that energy pill in his secret decoder ring. Was Underdog on steroid? Yeah. Dun, da-da. Which is not how they work. I was. If you have one, then it won't. But if you don't, then yes. It's pretty small for a dog, yep. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a frog. Either bird or plane or even frog. Just little old me, Underdog. Sweet Polly's in trouble. I must not be slow. It's up, and away I go. Yeah, we knew that one really well. Simon Says, get my ray gun. Okay, so don't get one because I got one. One will be coming your way. I don't know if I'm gonna need the butter. I always keep there, but now that the taters are going, now we'll sit there and we'll cut up the pepper. Now you can tell how mature a pepper is by how many seeds that you'll get inside. Now when you're in the garden, sometimes people are like, well, why don't you leave them out there and let them get bigger than that? Well, you leave them out there too long, then what happens is, especially when you get a lot of rain, as you start getting some fungus among us. So usually this is about the size that I pick them. The only reason they'll get bigger is if they're being produced faster than I can eat them, which it will get to that point. The jalapenos are already at that point. I mean, literally, I gave away 48 of them last week to the people at Lamex because they eat it like candy. They love it, so I don't want it to go to waste. So I bring them back in when we go visit, which they appreciate. And they go back there and they just chew on them like you're having a piece of a rock candy. Now I have upped the amount to 2 peppers per breakfast. And I've been able to handle it. So it's a little spicier. There we go. So now we chop up the jalapenos. So there I try to de-seed them. Oh, that's a nice, thick, healthy one. Then what I'll do is I'll carry this out to the garden and put it in the compost pile. This is a meaty one. And always remember to need to wash my hands after I cut these up. Last year I cut one up and then I rubbed my eyes and oh my goodness, it was not a fun experience. In the freezer bag, keep them long for a while. Onions as well. So what? Put them in the freezer bag and put them in the freezer. I did can some last year. Right down there in the summer, I can just. So yeah, I'll have to look that up. If I can freeze them, I might do that. So in the winter, I can still spice up the eggs. I think I might have done that before. All right, so I got the peppers. All right, there we go. Got the peppers all cut up. Now let's go wash my hands. Otherwise, I'll rub my eyes. I'll be going, I'm blind. There we go. So now we are ready. Cooking with fire. All right. So I want to walk out of the garden real quick. Dump this and be right back. So I just put the bucket, and then just grab me a couple sprigs of cilantro. Kind of pop in there. There's a little added flavor. And it's nice when you can just walk out in the garden and get all that. 5th thumbs up. Appreciate it. Who's joined in? Pop in the chat and say hello. So, got the potatoes cooking. Got the bacon off to the side. Then we'll be adding peppers, both jalapeno and green peppers into it. And add bacon back into it, and a bunch of jumbo eggs. And we'll be ready to be cooking in the neighborhood. Ooh. Now, cilantro, you don't need much. A little spices. A little bit goes a long way. And remember, we'll wash everything down with some Fairlife milk. My sponsor, who isn't. I don't think I'm going to need the butter, but it's always good to have. And I'm going to pre-thaw out the bacon. So if I leave it in the fridge, it'll take days to thaw out. So I'll leave it out, a good 5-6 hours at first, and then put it in the fridge. Oh, I can't wait. Everything's looking good. Thanks for coming in. 5 thumbs up. All right, awesome. Make sure to pop in chat and say hello. Or if you're driving, I understand a little hard to do that. I do appreciate the thumbs up. Hi, Shayna. How we doing? So my daughter made some new thumbnail art. The thing of it is when I tried to upload it on my computer here, it's wanting me to upgrade to some sort of file system. And I don't know what that's all about. So that might be, on the one at work it downloaded fine, on my phone it's fine. But I'm going to try and find a way around, or maybe I know what I'll do. I will resend it to me as a save file from my work computer. Brilliant! And hopefully that'll be okay. I'm not either. I didn't have the issue with it at work, but on my laptop, to open it to where I can do something with it, it wants me to upgrade to this Google thing, which I'm not going to. There's no reason to. And then I can open up another way, but it kind of let me send it things, and just haven't got it on. I'm sure there's a way of doing it. I just haven't figured out how yet. Like I said, it's on the phone, it's on the computer at work. But what my daughter did was sent me a new kind of a thumbnail art for my live streams. Yeah, if you could do that, let me see if I'll have more luck. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on. My last update might have, did something. Who knows? Now this is water. These are water bottles. So how's that? How's that cute grandson doing? Yeah, email it to me at Scottish Fitness, and I'll go from there. I got the taters cooking. So my daughter just came back from Ireland. Are you working today? Maybe taking a nap. Cool. Let me see if it's came through yet. Multitasking. It hasn't popped through yet. There it is. Yeah, see it opened up here. All right, there we go. Print. download, add to my drive. I don't want to add it to the drive. More actions. All right, there we go. Now it's downloading. And browse, edit, rotate, delete, see more, share, save as. There it is. I want to save it on my desktop as bench live stream and save it on my desktop. Save. All right, I think that did it, sweetie. And there was much rejoicing. Yay. Not working, Dee. Oh my God, Dad. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. I gotta pull this back a little bit so it's not cutting me head off. So the taters are looking really good. And now we're getting pretty, about one more stir, and then we'll add the peppers and cilantro. And a few minutes after that, we will add the eggs. And we'll be cooking good in the neighborhood. So, Shane Eclipse 1776, he lives not that far from where you're at. He's out there towards the Phoenix area. So, recap, got the bronze medal. Like that song. In Pittsburgh, happy about that. Met 2 subscribers while I was there. Mesa, there we go. And was able to get a nice workout yesterday. Had to work overtime because coworker made a bad decision working out. Hadn't worked out in decades. Decided to go for broke. Well, so he missed a day and a half so far of work because his calves and legs were hurting so much. It happens. And I do want to thank the super chats from both Michael and Ray. I do appreciate that. Now I got no excuse not to go out and buy myself a shot put. But I'll be doing that in Illinois along with discus. And then next nationals is not until 2025, but it is in Des Moines, so it's closer by a good almost 4 hours. So that'll be nice. We'll do the same thing we did last time. We'll get a room to stay in on the way back. Yep, got a discus stuck in the net. First practice throw, and I stuck that in the net. And it stayed there. They said, wow, they never seen that before. And I said, well, that was a first for me, too. Now, it was kind of enclosed in more than they usually are, because sometimes my discus will come up and around. So I think there was kind of a disadvantage on that. But it was the same disadvantage for everybody. But, usually the netting's like that, and this was actually like that. So I guess at the college, they just wanted to make sure you threw it right or don't throw it at all. It was fun. Getting the bronze medal, I am definitely stoked about that. Definitely was not anticipating doing that well in the standings. Because that, for nationals, you have to qualify for it. You have to be the top 3 in your state to even be there. So That means I was thrown against the top of each state that showed up. Did all 50 states show up? No. Sure, Alaska and Hawaii, possibly California stayed out of it. Just too long of a trip. But I think we had 23 throwers, so it was a good event. Had a lot of fun. People there were great. The event was kind of well run. There were little sticklers on the rules. I got yelled at a couple times. Like, come on. Also appreciate Jason, the Angry Prepper, coming down there and running my live stream. That was extremely helpful. Now, taters should be done. Let's add the green peppers and a little bit of the cilantro. Right. Let's stir it all up. I heard Arizona, you're getting some serious heat. I heard on the news you can get up to maybe hit 130 degrees. Now, if that's actual raw temperature or if it feels like it's temperature, I don't know. I don't care. 130 is still 130. So make sure you stay hydrated. People already went hiking in this heat and have died. If it's 115 degrees or higher, don't go hiking in the desert. Especially don't go out there without enough water. And if you think, I got one bottle of water, I'm fine. No, you're not. Even here in central Illinois, if I'm outside doing stuff, I'm drinking 5 or 6 of these bottles in the morning before I even go to work. I imagine you had a family go out there, and I think the father and one of the kids died. Just didn't have enough water, and you shouldn't have been out there in that heat. Sometimes you just should check that flow chart. Should I be doing it? No, don't do it. Now let's break up the bacon in here, little bacon bits. Add flavor and nutrition, of course. Now tomorrow's Saturday. It's generally my play day. Because I will be working Sunday. Because the money's just too good. So we'll be doing hopefully fun things on Saturday. Garden's coming along fine. I got way more lettuce than I can eat. And it'll be raw temps, so stay indoors. I have 114 a day. Yay! Oh, but it's dry heat. I don't care. Right. We are getting ready to. I'm not going to need the butter and plenty of bacon grease. We'll get the Fairlife milk out. And the second serving plate. Then usually what I do is I throw some A1 steak sauce over the top of it. You just don't get any better than that. And I was making tortillas we were putting it in. Otherwise, little bar rescues. Make sure you shake and smile. So the peppers provide flavor, vitamins, minerals, potatoes, calories, and vitamins, minerals, and the eggs, protein. And eggs are one of the few foods that have all 20 aminos. It has everything you need. The only thing it doesn't have is vitamin C, but it always has all the other nutrition you need. So it is the incredible edible egg. And I find it funny that the government was trying to say it was bad for you. Yeah. They were blaming some dust on eggs. I'm like, nope, that's not it. Anything we learned over the last couple of years is don't trust what the government's telling you. It seems like they be lying a lot. It's like that Guardian of the Galaxy. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? All right, one more stir, and then we'll pop the eggs in there. So you stir to get everything coated with the hot baking grease and spices I put in there. And the spices are basically just salt and pepper. It's really all you need. Remember my sponsor, Lucky O'Day at Cutco Knives. Alrighty. The pager back away. So what I was going to do is thank everybody for joining in. And a big extra shout out to Love 1776 and Body Beatdown for their most generous super chats. Now I can buy more equipment. And your orange chicken. I like orange chicken. Orange, you glad you had it? Yeah. Yeah, government is bad for you. All right. Got the jumbo eggs. The eggs are adding protein to the mix and all the necessary aminos and minerals that you need for a healthy diet. I still take supplements. But remember, supplements do not replace a good diet, they add to a good diet. Always remember, never forget. All right. I used 5 eggs this time. More of the secret Scottish spices. I just break it up in there, stir it up. And I cook on low. Don't need to be in a hurry. Don't be hasty. This is going to be some good food. Stay hydrated during the summer. Especially Shayna, you and Ray. Very important. Even if you're indoors during the summer, you still need to hydrate. Because the time you walk out to go get the mail or see what was around the corner, you just can't imagine how much water you evaporate away. You know, I'm throwing disc. I mean, I'm evaporating a few of these. So I drink a few of those while I'm doing it. Now I'll live stream the disc throwing a little bit later on this afternoon because my Starlink allows me to go out that far. Which is pretty neat. So we might be doing a live stream for that. Let me see something here. Videos uploaded. Make you listen to these ones. Video will play after the ad. Now, I better be careful. I might get demonetized because of that. We're sorry, we got a copyright infringement on you. All righty, one more stir. The only thing I don't have to throw in there, which I wish I did, is mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. But I don't have, I'm going to start buying the spores and throwing them out in different areas so I can harvest those also. I checked this spring for the morels, but I never do find any. And it's just probably because I'm not really good at looking for them. Almost there, almost there. So I do want to thank everybody for joining in. Appreciate the thumbs up. Definitely appreciate the super chats. I don't get those very often, but I do appreciate when I get them. Also, the support that you all give me, sitting there sharing my videos, doing shout outs on your channels, things like that. I do appreciate that. All that stuff kind of helps. This is not how I make a living. If it was, I'd starve. But it is fun. I do enjoy it. And I do enjoy that. I get people back into the gym or back into exercising. For those that are already doing it, I think we kind of motivate each other to stay at it. As Michael's right, I was out of the gym for far too long. I'm back into it now. Back in the saddle again. Well, there we are. Potatoes, green peppers, jalapenos, bacon, and eggs. Woo-hoo! Eating good in the neighborhood. Like I said, a good meal takes time. You go to a restaurant and you order your meal and it shows up in 5 minutes. Well, it means it was pre-made and it was just ready to be nuked. And that's not the way we want to do it. So, little A1 for some extra flavor. And then I got the Fairlife milk. Also, we are now not a sponsor of it yet. We are now taking Balance of Nature, fruits and veggies. This is not to replace our fruits and vegetables, but it is to supplement our meal. Remember, supplement. So you can say, oh, I don't need to eat fruits or vegetables to take a balanced nature. Well, that's not really the habit they want you to get into. Then also multivitamins and things like that. So, thank you very much for joining in. Appreciate it. And thanks for the thumbs up. Gotta wait for the delivery driver. Oh. And I will put this back on the charger. Then maybe I'll live stream while I'm throwing. We'll see how motivated I am. It's a possibility. All right, Gina, give that baby a hug when he wakes up. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. And everybody have a wonderful day. Oh, yeah, Shayna. If you're still listening, if you could do maybe that thumbnail art for my throwing, that'd be great. Just saying.